Hello and welcome to another fun anime club where nothing technical ever goes wrong.
Ooh.
It's a ghost in the machine. That's what it is.
Not this episode. That's for a future episode.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Chris. It looks like you've had a rough day.
It's been a struggle. I didn't I refused to do the dishes and Molly battered us.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, I deserved it. But you okay? I like your
Yeah,
costume.
I'm good, thanks. Thank you. I don't know if you can see, but I was walking down a dark alleyway and then someone came out, had a little nibble, walked off, and I've been feeling a little bit chilly ever since.
Just for the audio listeners, Phoebe was presenting her neck where she's got 2 bite marks, just in case anyone got the wrong idea.
Yeah. Or the right one.
But yeah, it's Halloween.
It is, which is like goth Christmas, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful day. So lovely. I love it.
I like it because my son's at the age where he's going trick or treating, and it's amazing. He's got loads of sweets. He's in bed now, and he's tired out, and I can nick his sweets when he's asleep.
Oh, you can only nick the stuff he's got doubles of, though. Surely.
I don't know, but we hit 2 estates today. My mum's estate, which is a very posh one, got loads of sweets, and the posh estate in my village, which she's got loads.
You should always go to the fancy areas. I was teasing someone earlier, and because they were like, "Oh yeah, it's a really big deal in my neck of the woods," and I was like, "Your neck of the woods is posh, isn't it?"
Yeah, yeah. Also,
Yeah.
an amazing hack if you don't want to do trick or treating, or if
Yeah.
you don't want to give sweets, just put an empty bowl outside your door and just say, "Please take one," with it on a bit of paper next to it.
Yeah. If this is empty, blame the arsehole before who got here first.
Oh, yeah. Molly did do a good job on makeup, actually.
Yeah,
Look
Molly
good.
it did look good, and also has given you like a kind of superhero jaw, with the contouring, which is very kind of Zoolander, especially when you're pulling that face. Ooh, look at him go, Hansel. He's so hot right now, Hansel.
Actually, speaking of supermodels that don't eat, what snacks you got tonight?
I've gone full Halloween. Well, first of all, I've got some lovely low alcohol cider, which I'm really
Oh.
enjoying. And because it's payday, I treated myself to a little cheeky Waitrose shop, which I'm not going to try and hide out of any sense of embarrassment. It sometimes Waitrose is a nice place to go.
Can't relate.
And then I also got myself a little bat friend to have a munch on, which is like a gingerbread bat, because he just looks so happy and cute. Look at him. I'm going to eat that little face.
Oh.
What about you? What have you got?
Well, I've got chicken feet in jelly form.
I mean, there probably is actual chicken in there in the form of the gelatin, but for a minute I got. Oh no, it's pork gelatin, isn't it? That's in. Isn't that a weird? Huh? That's the bones, yeah.
Yeah. More animals, the better, I say. And then I've also got some Dubai style chocolate. I'm not looking forward to eating this, by the way. Pumpkin flavour, because pumpkin is a minging flavour. I don't know anyone that likes pumpkin. It's not a thing over here.
It's not a thing.
No, it's not. Do you know?
I'll tell you what, though.
What?
I know people who like pumpkin. I personally find it absolutely vile, whether it's artificial or real.
Yeah.
I think it's horrible. It tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
You know how some vegetables, like parsnips, I think parsnips also taste like dirt to me. No.
Oh, is that when people try to pass it off and like, oh yes, it's very earthy. Yeah, it's even soil.
That's because I'm eating soil in vegetable form. I'll tell you what, though, Waitrose know their gingerbread. This bat is delicious. Call me Ozzy Osbourne. I could munch down on this sort of bat any day. Um,
was gonna
Molly
say
thinks
that.
that she likes pumpkin soup. I appreciate that she thinks she does. She's not certain. But she's willing to have an open mind about her soups.
Oh, beetroot's nice though. But I do like a
Beetroot is
pumpkin
nice.
spice latte, but it's cinnamon.
Yeah, they say pumpkin spice, but what pumpkin spice is cinnamon.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, as well, I forgot to say, because I saw you drinking your cider, I thought I'd nip
Yeah.
downstairs and get myself a cheeky beer. So I've got a
Mmm.
hoppy Christmas, which my brother-in-law got me for last Christmas.
Lovely. How does it taste? I hope you wiped the top of all the dust.
No, I'm just consuming the dust as well. We are all dust.
We are all dust. All right, Philip Pullman, calm down. That's one for his Dark Materials fans.
I'm just handprints left on a railing. Right, so today we've got a nice little film to end with Halloween month. I know we missed a few, but mainly we've been doing vampire films and vampire things.
We've done a lot of vampire things. Guess who got to pick all of the Halloween episodes? It was me. I like vampires.
But technically, this isn't a vampire film.
Technically, it isn't.
I know it's
And
called Blood the
actually,
Last Vampire.
it's not. It's called Blood the Last Original. And Blood the Last Vampire, I think, is a mistranslation. People
Right.
say it's Blood the Last Vampire, but it should be Blood the Last Original.
Eh.
Uh,
It's to be fair, it's manga entertainment, and
mm,
they, while being a classic staple of anime for us growing up, they did
yeah,
do a lot of mistranslation stuff, didn't they?
they did a lot of mistranslation, and they also did a lot of dodgy, dodgy voiceover stuff as well.
Mm,
Um, and then eventually went bankrupt. We were talking about that on an episode that is yet to come
did what?
with Porlock.
Oh yeah. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul, it was cool.
But yeah, eventually ended up going bankrupt, which actually makes some of their films quite hard to track down nowadays, unless you
These
have a DVD player,
they used to be
which no
all
one does.
over HMV, didn't they?
Yeah,
You just get to the Asian film section, and it was just half of it was manga, and the rest was
other studios,
Old Boy.
Studio Ghibli, yeah, or Old Boy, or On Back, great film.
Oh, I love that. On Back 2, not as good, but still good.
Um, Sympathy for Lady Vengeance, which I keep wanting to get you to watch.
Yeah. I do
Because I
need
think you'd
to.
like it. It's very violent.
But this is similar to because I used to see Blood, the live action film, more
Yeah.
than the anime on the shelves. So I don't know
Mm.
which is better. Have you seen both? You've seen this one, but have you seen the live action?
No, but I do keep wanting to watch it because I think sometimes I think, oh, this could actually make a good live action film, and I think this is one of them.
Would this
Where it
make a
feels like
good
it's
live action film made in the early 2000s, though?
that's what I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they've kind of did well with the like modern adaptations. I quite liked Cowboy Bebop, sorry, and One
I
Piece.
quite
I
liked
really like.
One Piece. I thought was good. I quite like Cowboy Bebop. I also quite like. If we're talking live action, and I know I'm giggling already because I know what the face that you're going to pull as soon as I say it. There's a live action version of Mushishi. And I thought that was quite good as well. I mean, the wigs in it are dire. That's one of the things I think that still haven't cracked yet.
Do
Is
you
the
wear
wig game?
wigs?
They they all wear wigs, and I think it's the same in One Piece. And I think what they need is a really good drag queen in the costume department of One Piece because they need to sort some of them wigs out.
Sort your wigs out.
No.
But yeah, so Blood. Since you, why did you suggest this? By the way,
Mm,
because it was your
because
pick.
Yeah, it was my pick. I hadn't seen it for ages, and I couldn't remember what it was about, but I
Mm.
remembered some very specific images from it because I think it's quite graphic. I mean, we mentioned like Old Boy.
Yeah.
It's another good example of like some films, there are certain images that just like stick in your head from the film, even if the plot doesn't. And for me, it's the bit of the train at the beginning from this film always like registers in my brain.
Mm.
The burning building towards the end on the army base with the chiropteran. So they don't have vampires in this; it's chiropterans, who are like a kind of vampire type creature. But it's more like science. It's almost more like science fiction than it is like gothic fantasy
Yeah.
type approach to vampires. So I always remember that. And then the other image that I really love is in the there's like a school disco where one of the chiropteran takes like scoops a woman into like this weird cloak thing.
But it's a banner, I think.
Yeah, that
Like
they've
a
kind of just improvised to like hide their face.
Yeah, but
And I
everyone's
think it's
dressed up in
great.
costume because it's a Halloween
Yeah.
party, so it kind of fits in. You would just
Yeah, yeah.
think that's an amazing costume. Why is he
Mm.
taking that woman? But
It's spooky.
yeah,
So I remembered those kind of images and I was like, oh, I'd quite like to watch that again. So I'm gonna make Chris do it with me.
yeah, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not complaining because I'd
Yeah.
never actually seen that. But you know when you always watch a film and you always have a lasting scene, I think
Mm.
my lasting scene was weird because the thing I remember most from this film is towards the end, the chiropterans
Hmm.
trap Saya in a like a hangar. So she's trying to bang on the door and trying to get out,
Yeah.
and you don't realize till she gets outside that they've jammed a dead body in the handles. Like, do you know when you
Yeah.
typically barricade a door when you stick a plank of wood in between the handles so you cannot shake it open? Well, they've jammed a body in there, and I think that's the thing that sticks with me. Just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The plot wasn't bad or anything. I think it was very.
Wow.
But actually, before we get into this, what were your first impressions going in?
I was surprised by how slick some of the animation was. Like the character design is really unique, and some of it's like quite deliberately like drawn. Like characters aren't all drawn like beautiful anime people. You have a mix of like beautiful anime people and then just like uggos,
Yeah.
which made me feel like I could relate.
Well, we were talking about this before
Yeah.
because I was really struggling to find a properly dubbed version of this because
Mm,
in the film there's a mixture because it takes place on an American, is it US military base near Tokyo, and
yeah.
it switches
And it's the
between.
eve of the Vietnam War breaking out, so
Yeah,
1966.
so everything's hotting up
Mm,
military wise. Everyone's like getting posted and moving about and stuff. But
yeah.
it's a mixture of Americans talking and Japanese people, and they
Mm,
just switch between languages. Like there's a nurse who's a Japanese woman. She speaks Japanese, obviously, and she's talking to American army personnel, and she
yeah.
switches in between. And I was struggling to find a version of the film that had subtitles where it needed it. And
Yeah.
there's, yeah, I did find it in the end, but I don't think you did you? You didn't.
But also I didn't look that hard because I was like, there isn't. So I think this film is 48 minutes, so it's a really good like if you're sitting at home tonight and you want like a really quick little bit of like vampire-y, graphic-y anime to watch, I
Mhm.
really recommend this because it's 48 minutes long. It's very action packed. I don't think there's a lot of exposition that the characters give each other, right? Like they don't. So anything that's said in Japanese, I don't think you're missing any plot. So I just kind of embraced the experience of not understanding half the film because I could get contextual clues based on what I was seeing. Um, So I just watched it with like, yeah, a mix of English and Japanese, and I enjoyed it still.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, yeah.
I see. I watched half
But
of
you
it.
tracked down a version, didn't you, where you did
Yeah.
have subtitles?
So I've watched it the beginning twice or three times, and then I've watched the full thing with the actual dubs, and it doesn't give you a lot extra. It's more of it's just a small talk basically, because even Saya is a woman of very few words. I don't think she speaks in
Yeah.
sentences, just words.
Yeah, I think she says, well, she speaks, the only time she really speaks in sentences is when she's got like her handler type character.
Give me a sword.
Um, huh? Yeah, where she's like, give me a sword. Shit, it's fake. And then she also at one point says, it's getting ready to fly. Get in the car,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
one of my favorite bits of the film. Um, should we talk a little bit about the plot?
Yes, I
Like
was
what's going on?
meandering around the plot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the plot?
Yeah, I can do, and you jump in and correct me because obviously you got the subtitle bit. So, the film starts, and you've got Saya, who is what I think you don't really find out what she is until towards the end of the film. But she is clearly hunting supernatural creatures with the assistance of some sort of strange, shadowy organization. And basically, after a little bit of a bust up, they get sent into this military base where there's a school um, for, like, I guess, like an international school for kids of soldiers on the base. Um, and what's happening is that they're getting like these strange bodies that are like killing themselves. And they can't work out why. Oh, how are your chicken feet?
Very chemically.
Oh, it's Halloween, and you've got to get some chemicals in your body.
Yeah. I feel like
What flavor are they?
it says assorted fruit.
But
I don't
no, not a single fruit has been near those assorted.
The guy that packed them into the packet might have had fruit for dinner. I don't know. That's the
Yeah,
closest it's been.
at some point in the 1970s, he
Yeah.
walked past a banana.
It's all
um,
right.
it's all right. So basically, Saya is there. So she ends up posing as one of the school children in the school to track down like these strange creatures. And there's a nurse who's starting to get suspicious of things and kind of notices Saya and is like curious as to why she's investigating, and ends up getting caught in the middle of this chiropteran kind of conspiracy. Then you also have you see their like activity in this nearby Tokyo as well. So at one point you kind of cut to a bar, and I think it is a drag bar. So I think
Don't want to
it's
see it.
either tread carefully, Chris.
It's
So
an
so
assortment of different looking people. I don't know
yeah.
if they're trans or drag or whatever, but
And there's a kind of undercurrent of it being like ever so slightly kind of seedy, maybe like prostitution-y kind of like nightlife quality to it.
oh, I
Um,
want to I want to actually want to touch on that part later. But yeah,
yeah, yeah. And so then there's this happening in this bar, and you kind of like you see that just in passing that they're kind of seem to have some of the activity seems to be happening around them as well, but you never really understand why. And then suddenly one of the bartenders decides to basically like burn the place down with everyone in it. And you discover that actually instead of it being suicides, it's the chiropterans are like killing people, and going on a bit of a killing spree. Uh, so then you cut back to the base, and the nurse has managed to track down some like one of her colleagues who's actually a chiropteran, and is at the school disco in this strange banner cloak that they're trying to hide their body because they've transformed. And Saya manages to like lure, like the chiropteran grabs the nurse, like is obviously about to kill the nurse in the middle of the dance floor, and Saya sees it, attacks, and then they go on this really lovely well, lovely's maybe not the right word, but I think it's the funnest part of the film is this extended fight sequence that takes them from the school disco out into the base, and then around the base, and then out into Tokyo at large, where basically Saya is trying to like take down this chiropteran before they can kill anyone, and before they can escape. And it's just a really nice kind of bit of like different fights happening in different environments. And at one point, Saya gets locked inside like a burning warehouse, and there's like a body. And then at another point, like the chiropteran is like takes flight, and they go on a little bit of a car chase following the chiropteran into Tokyo. And then eventually, obviously, Saya manages to down the chiropteran, feed the chiropteran some of her blood, which is toxic to them. And then it kind of ends with the nurse is unconscious on the military base, gets scooped up by this mysterious organization and is being interviewed, and kind of explains what happens afterwards. And is told that neither Saya nor the person that's like Saya's handler ever existed. But then gets shown a picture saying, "Is this the girl that you think you saw?" And it's Saya, but Saya in the like 18th century as like a little Victorian girl.
Yeah.
And then it says obviously across the top vampire, although like that should be chiropteran, because that's what she actually is that she's a chiropteran who's like retained her humanity. Which I didn't know. It doesn't really tell you in this film, but you'd looked it up and helpfully told me. So I'm like saying this like I know all about it, but it's only because you explained it to me. Because I was like, I've seen this many times and I still didn't know. I just kind of accepted the fact you're not supposed to know.
I mean, did you watch any of the other films of the Blood series?
No, but I kind of want to. So that might be something I do tomorrow while I'm doing like housework and stuff. I might like pop on some Blood.
Oh, perfect Halloween post film.
Halloween hangover.
Yeah,
Halloween hangover. Yeah, why not?
I like
I don't know why I'm saying Halloween rather than Halloween.
I thought that was a southern thing. I wasn't going to say anything.
I thought that was just your weird accent.
I don't claim to know.
Yeah. So that's Blood. That's the plot of Blood. There isn't a lot of plot. There's a lot of fighting that happens, and that's really fun. And it's very much like fighting of those animes at the time, where you get these like kind of fast-paced, lots of blood splatter, extremely graphic fight sequences, which is great. Cool. It's like a beast. Yeah.
So now we kind of know what it's about. What did you think of Saya at first? Because I have opinions about her.
You didn't like it, did you? But the thing is, what you have to understand is that I was a teenage goth kid. So when I watched this anime, I would have been 20.
Phoebe.
Coming out of my emo phase, I was into it.
We have totally different tastes from now till when we first watched things. I used to watch Tenchi Muyo and stuff like that. So I'm not judging you on what you liked then. I'm just saying, what did you think of them? What did you think of her now? 2025 Phoebe eyes.
I still love her. She's a Wednesday Addams mean girl character. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not supposed to be likable. She's the hero Yui. She's the like serious badass of the film. And I kind of love that. I kind of love that she's just like really like goes in. She acts like a military leader rather than a school kid. And I love the I love the bits where she's in a classroom and people are trying to engage with her in a really normal way, and she's just not interested.
Do you know who it?
I think she's great.
Do you know who it reminds me of? Do you know in Hell's an Ultimate, what's she called again? The woman character.
Integra,
She reminds me of Integra, right? But if she
but a
didn't have
teenager.
no, but if she didn't have the flashback part of it, so you didn't know she was actually she was an actual human, personality wise.
Yeah. But do you know who else I really love? Integra as a character. Like I like badass I like badass grumpy women in anime. Who like it's like the number of times that people tell you as a woman to smile, love, it might never happen. And you just think, fuck off. And these are the women who would never cave to that. And I know I'm the smiliest person on earth, so that seems like a strange thing to say out loud.
True, true.
But like I love it.
Well, I like me happy-go-lucky characters, or
Yeah.
I even like broken characters, but they have to give us something. I don't think she gave us much of anything besides she's a
No.
competent fighter, she's a competent chiropteran hunter,
Queen.
queen, yeah. But as a person, no, she's given us nothing. That's
That's
sort of,
fair. And you know nothing about her background to humanize her at all. It's 48 minutes long. It's not they don't give you
yeah.
time to
That's why
like
I
her as a
asked. That's why I asked if you watch any of the films in the series
Mm,
or from the series, because whenever I was looking for information, because I was like, what is a chiropteran? Because I think they say the name twice in this film, or three times. They don't
yeah.
tell you what it's about. They don't tell you what they are. At first, before I looked it up, I thought they were werewolves.
Yeah.
Because they do transform into beasts because of these humans. Like, as you mentioned, the nurse found two students, and they were like, weirdly, one of them was like, oh, such and such feels ill. I'm going to take them to the nurse. I think she's got
Yeah.
a touch of the something, I don't know, thin blood or something like that. And they're like, all right, no bother. And then they go down, but they're kind of like trying to lure the nurse by herself so they can feed on her, because these chiropterans drink people's blood, and that's how they sustain themselves.
Yeah.
And those were the bits I liked, but you don't get any information on the background. I'm not expecting a flashback, but even like a
You
naive
wanted a little bit of a
agent.
lore, like a little bit of lore.
Yeah, I want to be
Yeah.
like, oh well, chiropterans. I know they look like humans, but they transform into these creatures, and they can fly, and they're pretty much invincible unless we're badass. Lass over here comes and kills them. The Saya, the immune to bullets, blades, everything except Saya for some reason, and it doesn't explain why she's the only one that can kill them as well. I had to
Yeah.
look that up, and they're like, oh yes, in a couple of films ahead, it explains such and such. So it's a very surface level film.
It's
So
like have you seen the Chronicles of Riddick?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So the Chronicles of Riddick start with the film Pitch Black, where
that's
there
amazing
is
film.
it's an amazing film, absolutely fantastic film, and I think this is this series Pitch Black. Like it's pure action, it's pure like you're thrown right into the middle of this world with zero explanation. And it's only until you go to the later films that you actually get some of like Riddick's actual story, and you find out
Mm,
about the politics of the galaxy that he's in. And you have like the prison planets and this kind of like conquering empire and things but in Pitch Black it's just some people in the dark fighting monsters, and
yeah,
that's what this film is. It's just some people in the dark fighting monsters, and one of them happens to be a badass and you don't know why. Just the
yeah.
same with like Riddick being a fury. You don't find that out until like why he can see in the dark and no one else can. Um yeah, great film.
But the difference, Vin Diesel has a little bit of personality in that more than Sarah Saya.
And Vin Diesel's one of those people who I don't know why, but he's so likable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't like he doesn't really give you anything to make him as likable as he is. He's just got natural charisma.
do you know what I think it is?
Yeah.
He's got nice lips.
I think nice lips get you far in life. It is a
Mm.
thing. But I would say Saya has nice lips.
She's got massive lips.
She's got massive lips in this. They really
Actually,
lean into like making her like the beautiful one as well as being deadly.
yeah, she's very pouty. But
Yeah.
speaking of Sire's lips, what did you think of the animation?
I liked it. I liked that every character looks really distinct. Like
Hmm.
so and actually, do you know who it reminds me of? Sako Makoto's films in the way that some of the faces are and actually also produced under Manga Studios, Sako Makoto. So I wonder if some of the animators are the same. I haven't had the chance to go look it up. But that it has a similar kind of expressiveness to the faces. And I also thought for a film that was made in the 2000s, this is before Cowboy Bebop,
Yeah,
both the film and the TV series, and I think the animation feels more recent than that for sure.
yeah, yeah.
And the only reason I mentioned Cowboy Bebop is because we looked up some of the voice actors, and Spike Spiegel, Steve Bloom, is like just a random like SP in this. Not even
Yeah,
SP number one, SP number two, but it's the year before he did the voice for Spike Spiegel. So like I wonder if there's also a bit of like yeah, if he kind of like got known to the studio from doing this film and then went on to do Cowboy Bebop with them. Because they were like, this guy's great because
to be
he
fair,
is
he is a
amazing.
phenomenal Cowboy Bebop. I don't even know what the Japanese VA for Spike Spiegel sounds like because I saw the English dub and I was like, I don't need it.
Yeah, it's so good. So he pops up in it.
Yeah,
um
yeah.
but I think, and I think meant like so it has a bit of uh some of Manga Studios films can sometimes feel a bit rushed out and a bit on the cheaper side. And I think this one actually does hold up quite well to like 2025 animation. And you're not sure, but I also think like the fight scenes are dynamic. It's kind of like it's good looking if you like gothic like action films. I
Mm.
liked it. You're not so sure. You had a different feeling.
So I think the action scenes done amazingly. Done great. She even does like the Marvel superhero poses at the end of every sword strike, stuff like that. I think some of the I'll word it carefully. Some of the characters are very stereotypical. Um,
Oh yeah, no, that is a thing.
yeah. There's
That doesn't hold up. You're right. Yeah, there's a
characters
black.
of color and the very like. I think when I was talking to you, I was saying it was like it looked very caricature esque.
Caricature. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a nice way of putting it.
I don't think you need to be nice about it. It feels a bit race. Some of the stereotypes are too too much. It feels a bit racist. In the way that they animate it. Yeah.
That's the only thing I don't think stands up in 2025.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and that is true. And yeah, that is it's like one or two characters where you're like, "Ooh, okay, I'm not sure this would get made now," and that's
Yeah,
for good reasons.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But actually,
Yeah.
as well, I was thinking while I was watching this, would you class this as an action or a horror genre wise?
Ooh.
Because because me personally, I
Yeah.
think this is the most horror anime that we've seen this month.
Not yeah, not more than Uzumaki.
Okay, maybe it's not that, but yeah,
Yeah. But in terms of the vampire ones, this is the most
yeah,
horror-y vampire film that we've watched. So
yeah,
like because I would say both Hellsing and Vampire Hunter D are more gothic. Um Vampire Hunter D is like just, blood sport.
yeah, yeah.
Not Vampire Hunter D, Hellsing Ultimate's just a blood sport. Vampire Hunter D is just gothic melodrama.
You expect some of the characters to do this and swoon.
Yeah. There's no swooning in this film. Um at all. And I think if anyone tried to swoon in this film, they'd be dead. There's
The,
no
the only
time for swooning.
because the bits that sprung to mind for me when I'm thinking it's a horror anime was with one of the horribly racist depictions of the security guard. So at one point, the
Yeah.
nurse goes to a security guard asking for help because she's being chased by
Yeah.
a chiropteran, and she's just like, one of my students is turned into a beast. I'd come and help us. Obviously, he's an armed guard on some sort of military base, and he's just like, all right, it's Halloween night. Some kids are taking the mick and they're just trying to scare you. We used to do these things as kids, like trying to
Yeah.
scare one of the teachers, or nurse or whatever. I'll come with you just to see what happens. As he's saying this dialogue, he walks under a tree and you just see some hands grab him and just take him and just massacre him up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really good. Like I was like, whoa, all right, this is I'm getting interested in this.
Do you know, as soon as I saw that bit, I was like, Kris is gonna like that there's a death in it. Like
Yeah,
Kris will like seeing this guy's throat get ripped out.
see, I love
It's
a good
really
death.
bloody as well, where you just see like the blood drop from the tree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of them It's one of them kills where they're dead before they know it as well.
Yeah.
He's up in the tree going, "Oh, help me!" Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. There's nothing she can do for you.
Yeah, not that nurse anyway.
Not that nurse. No way. I'm surprised she survived the whole thing. She's lucky if it wasn't for Saya.
Mm.
Yeah. I think there is something in this film which feels very horror-y, in that sometimes when you watch a horror film, you're not really rooting for anyone to live.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're just waiting for people to die. And that is very much this. You're
Yeah,
just like
definitely.
marking people for death. um yeah.
I do like that in a film though, because
Yeah, me too.
I love that. Well, I know you don't like horror films, but when I'm watching a slasher, I love being on the slasher side. Where I'm like, go on, kill him, go on.
Yeah, yeah. And you're on the Bat People side in this.
No, because I see them as like, well, I don't know, they've got less personality than
Saya.
Saya. Yeah, there's no motive. There's no nothing. Give us a bit of direction or something.
Hunger. The most ancient motivation of all.
But they can drain people in quiet. They don't have to. Yeah.
They don't have to, but that'd be a really shit film if they were just wandering around just being like, oh, just have a little nibble. See you later.
A straw comes out of nowhere and plunges into someone's neck. What's this? Oh.
Get off.
Them bloody chiropractorins. Ah. But yeah, so this film, 48 minutes. Do you think that adds or takes it away? Because I know we're missing a lot of story and background into things. Do you think that
Yeah.
adds or takes it away from your experience watching it?
I just got distracted because Jake is saying, we hardly knew you, Kris. We're sorry that you're a zombie. He's honouring your memory. Pour one out for the homies, Jake.
That's my tunnel steak brethren.
Yeah. So I think 48 minutes, and like I say, I think this is the pitch black of the blood world. I actually like that it's 48 minutes of just pure action and no plot, and I was very willing to just accept that we're not supposed to know everything, like to the point where I was like, I don't even need to know what these people are saying to each other in Japanese, because they're going to talk for less than 10 seconds to each other. So like why translate? I can just watch it and understand what's happening based on the emotion and the animation. Yeah. So, but I can also think like having looked up the actual lore, I'm like, oh, that does actually sound quite good. I think
Yeah.
I'd like to know more lore.
So
And I
would you
think this
prefer
would
them to be
actually make
longer?
This would actually make a really good like 6 episode miniseries, don't you think? Like you could have a bit more lore,
Yeah,
1/2 an hour episodes.
I
I think
do
it'd be
kind
good.
of want to know about the organization she works for as well,
Yeah.
because
Because why are they interviewing the nurse and then saying she doesn't exist, but then showing them a photo? Like there's some shady organization stuff going in there as well, which is interesting to me.
yeah, because there does seem to be a lot of us and them between the military and even the locals as well. Did you? Oh no, it was a Japanese part as well that you didn't get. So do you know when there'd been some apparent suicides
Yeah,
in the city?
and they
So
had
that
people lined up against the wall.
so when they were talking, they were saying obviously they were all escorts, they were all sex workers,
Yeah.
and they were saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, such and such is been found dead in a bathtub." I think she was riddled with STDs or something from an American, and they're like, "That's the price we pay if we need to survive from the because we need
From
to
the
live
army base.
from the army base because I'm assuming that there's no other if they are like working if they
Mm,
are escorts or whatever, they can't get work with local people because there's no jobs because there's an American army base near there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so the relationship's a bit dodgy between them. But yeah,
Well, and it kind of sets this tension, isn't it? Because after the Second World War, America occupied parts of Japan, and they did have active bases there, and they also had some agreements with the Japanese government around censorship and what they could and couldn't. Like it was very strategic, the American presence in Asia,
yeah,
and this is also set on the eve. So like on the eve, off the back of that, on the eve of the Vietnam War, where the American presence is about to turn like openly hostile in Asia and the Pacific. So it is interesting, like having that kind of like a horror lens to like this like violent tension. Um, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, interesting.
yeah. So I know I wouldn't even say there's a lot of characters in this. There's a lot of background characters in this.
Yeah.
But did you have a specific favorite character or?
Yes, yes, Saya, she's my queen.
I knew you'd say that. Moving on.
I know that you hate her. I know that you hate her, but she's like I love Wednesday Adams. She's basically Wednesday Adams, but if Wednesday Adams like had a katana, we should give Wednesday Adams a katana and make her fight
Mm.
chiropterans. I think it's great.
The katana.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know, but I think like so here's the thing. So she says it's a fake, so she was asking for a specific type of sword, right? And I wonder if it's something that's been forged with like chiropteran blood, because if like her blood is like toxic to them, like is there a way that certain swords are forged in a certain way that means they can do more damage? Because she can like stab people with it, but she can't really do any like permanent damage to them. And at the beginning, her sword that has been working effectively gets dull, so she has to get a new one
The sharpening it.
um, instead of sharpening it. Yeah. Um,
So I did look this
so
up
yeah. Okay,
because
great. I love that you looked it up. Tell me.
I couldn't find a complete answer. So,
You're
um, Saya is some sort
so
of
frustrated by the lack of lore. I love this. I've not seen this side of you before.
it's. I just wanted something a crumb of lore, please.
Yeah.
Um, so so Saya's blood is toxic to these chiropterans, and the sword when she draws it glows red.
Hmm.
So I think maybe it's been forged. It's a conduit for her blood or something, or it's
Yeah.
been forged with her blood, or it has similar properties to her blood. I don't know.
But
But
there is something about I that's what I was thinking too, is that it's like forged with her blood and or like has some sort of special coating on it or something, which means that if she then sharpens it, it becomes no longer effective, so she has to find a new one that's been like made a certain way. I also think there's a lovely thing in every culture. We have this like, name me another type of weapon that people give names to and give significance to other than the sword, right? Like there's also something really lovely about this kind of like warrior culture sword thing that happens. Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting really nerdy, but if you think about like in Western culture, we have like iconic swords like Excalibur, or like you have like the Hrondil, which was like the sword of like one of the giants in Sussex. And then like it's the same in, I think, in Japan, like swords have significance. And there's also almost like and it's a bit like in Lord of the Rings, where the swords of the past are the greatest. Like you cannot, no matter how good you are as a smith today, you're never going to be able to live up to the sword that was made in ancient times to fight the great evil. And there's echoes of that kind of like approach to like, there must be a word for it, but like echoes to the approach of like these swords, these ancient swords that she's looking to find are no longer made, so she has to like track them down in antique shops and things. And I kind of love that. There's like a nerdy sword nerd in me that's like, oh, that's great. Give her a
yeah,
sword. Give me give me a character who's fighting like supernatural villainry, but just with a sword in a modern day. Everyone else is shooting, like flying around in helicopters and shooting guns, and then in comes Saya with just a katana. I'm into it. So no, I think Saya is the best character, and I stand by that.
fine, whatevs. I'm
Who
just
was
gonna.
your favorite character? Was it the nurse?
No, that was literally the only other character, wasn't it?
There's not like that many to choose from.
Is that
Oh,
David?
David. Oh, which one's David? Her
That's
handler.
yeah, that's the agent.
Yeah,
Um,
he's not a bad character. He reminded me a bit of Bato in Ghost in the Shell.
do you know who he reminded me of?
Who?
Um, Kay from Men in Black.
Yeah, there's a vibe there.
Yeah, he's just kind of like an old seasoned man, and there's also the other newbie who was like questioning him. That's another reason why I don't like Saya, because one of the in the opening scene, like they're obviously
She
there to
wasn't very nice to the newbie.
she was a dick. She didn't even say why though. So basically, before chiropterans turn like transform, they look human.
Mhm.
They disguise themselves perfectly as human. But when Saya goes over and kills one of these chiropterans before they transform, it looks like she's just killed a human.
Yeah,
So they go in and there's just this like mangled body in between these trains. And this newbie guy's like, she's killed a human? What's she doing?
yeah.
She can't do that. And then like she just grabs him by the throat. It was just
Well, he
like
needs to.
she could at least say, "Oh no, that was one before it was transformed. No need to thank us," and then walked away. Give
No,
him a
but
couple of
that would.
finger guns.
A finger gun. Sire, finger gunning vampire. That's the thing. I think no, there's not enough vampires that finger gun.
It's true. It's true. That's what would make
Do that.
Nosferatu better. I'd watch it then.
Nosferatu comes out of the coffin.
Goodbye.
I want to suck your blood.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it
But
is
yeah,
a bit of a dick move, but she is a dick. She's not there, but she's also not there to like waste time. Do you know what I mean? Like she is on a mission. Um, and he's being ridiculous. He's being
no.
hysterical. He needs to be shocked back into behaving.
let's not waste time on personalities, people. I've got vampires to kill.
Yeah, exactly. We've only got 48 minutes to do this. Let's go.
Budget.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, fair. But think I haven't got that many more questions
No, that's
on
fine. What are we going
on
to do
Blood.
next week?
I was just gonna say, I did have one more question though.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What's your question? What's your question?
Would you
Yeah.
recommend this to a friend watching it
Yeah.
after watching it at Twin? Would you?
Yeah, I have. And not only that, but I have recommended it to a friend today. I was like, hey, I think you'd like this. this this feels like you might enjoy it specifically.
See, I wouldn't.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Not even someone like Lee.
No, I think he would be angered by the lack of background.
Lee, who gets angry when there's not enough action, would
Nah,
be angered that
it's
there's too much action.
it asks questions that it doesn't answer. The anime that he watches doesn't ask those questions. It just fighting.
Either don't ask the questions.
Yeah. Don't present me with questions if you're not gonna answer them. I shouldn't say that. We made Lee watch Akira, which I'm glad that
We did.
liked.
It's a great film. And you can look forward to seeing that in December, where we've got basically a whole month of us just hanging out with people that we like talking about anime. It's going to be great.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for Blood.
Nice.
So we should talk about next week. So, what do me and you have in common?
Is it that both of our body hates sugar and decides to shut down in various ways?
Yes, we both have failing organs.
Yeah.
I'm not failing ones that don't work 100%. So
Yeah.
next month is Diabetes Awareness Month.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do one of them weird charity awareness things because I know I'm diabetic. I don't need any. Well, I do need money, but not from the public. Just like give us a pay rise job, please. But we thought we'd roll with that theme. So
Yes.
next
Because
week,
I support all failing organs, especially the ones inside my friends.
so next week we are going to do a film called what's it called again?
I want to eat your pancreas.
Maybe wait till I stop
So-
recording. No.
I want to eat your pancreas.
Which I don't know much about. Phoebe's does. I suggested this film because I thought it would be funny for Diabetes Awareness Month to do something about
Yeah.
that. Because I'm diabetic, so I can take the piss out of myself.
That's true. I don't think you realise what you've signed up for. So this is one of those animes where I've looked on Crunchyroll and gone, I'd quite like to see that, but I think Kris would hate it, so I'm not going to suggest it. And then you've suggested it, and I've gleefully gone, absolutely.
Isn't it like The Lovely Bones or something?
It's not as bad as The Lovely Bones. Nothing is as bad as The Lovely Bones. No, but it is about a boy who falls in love with a girl who has pancreatic cancer and she's dying.
But
so there we go.
Being serious for a second, I did want to start doing this to broaden me anime horizon and watch things I wouldn't normally watch. And
True.
if you give me that on paper, I would say, fuck off, I'm not going to watch that. So I'm going to watch it.
We're going to watch it and see what you think.
Yeah.
I think let's just both go in with an open mind and see what happens. We might, it might touch us in ways we didn't expect.
It's a bit of a weird way to phrase it, but okay.
In our hearts.
Oh, right. In our pancreas.
in our pancreas. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to say as well. I did try the Dubai style
Oh, the pumpkin. Yeah, yeah. What
pumpkin
was it
thing.
like?
That it's Megan. Don't buy it. It's horrible.
Fair. Fair.
But
Um,
I think that's us.
That's us. Thank you so much for staying with us for Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. If you
Hey.
haven't already, give us a like, give us a comment, give us a subscribe. We've always got stuff coming out. We also had a Straw Chat episode, which is Kris and Lee talking about One Piece. They're watching the whole thing. They've basically, after a lifelong commitment to each other, deciding to commit to One Piece. It's a beautiful relationship that they formed. So if you want to watch that romance play out, go and check out that playlist in our videos. And then also check out our Instagram, because we're at the moment we're like, leave us a comment as well, or like hit us up in Instagram with like, what anime would you recommend to a first timer? Because we've been asking all sorts of people like, what's the anime that they would recommend, and it's started a really lovely conversation, and we're just enjoying like taking on board everyone's recommendations. And we had Brian from the anime hotline, hello. Yeah. And he's recommended one today, and the comments in there, I've been going through and like taking anime off and adding it to our list of ones to review. So go check us out on Instagram, because we're having a great time chatting about stuff. Yeah. Thanks very much, everyone, and we'll catch you next week.
Sorry, just before we go as well.
Yeah.
There's me, Lee, and Paul tomorrow actually going to
Oh
Newcastle
yeah.
Comic Con. So there should be stuff on the probably
Popping up.
Facebook, YouTube. So keep an eye out for stuff like that. I'm not sure what we're doing, but we'll be doing it. So if you've ever fancied going there to see what it's like, check it out,
See how it goes.
or say hello if you see well. I don't know, but yeah,
I don't know.
till I don't know, just do stuff like
That's
that.
the best sign off we've had so far. That's our new sign off. I don't know.
I
Bye.
don't know. Anyway, bye.